Welcome to another episode of Roll Up a Pour Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Alright, now look, so this gonna be about a time when I was drunk as fuck, right? Y'all know my fresh out of prison, drunk as fuck stories. This is one of them, right? And with this one, I almost got robbed, you feel me? But I just so happened to wake up right on time. All right, let's start it from the beginning. Before I get into it, what you mean you woke up in time? If y'all know how I tell y'all about these prison stories, I tell y'all I always black out somehow, some way. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. I blacked out, and by the time I woke up, it almost went down. You feel me? All right, now let's get to the video. So let's start it from the top. This was 2017 when I had got that SS money, right? I'm feeling great. You know what I'm saying? I just grabbed a whip that I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Funny thing is, I seen that car on Craigslist, right? The nigga was selling on Craigslist. He wanted 4,000 for it. You know what I'm saying? But when I met up with him, come to find out he was a Detroit cop that knew me from back in the day when I used to be on that wild shit. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, with that being said, me and him, we got the kicking in and shit. He knocked the price in half. He only charged me 2,000 for it. Cause like I said, he knew me. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to talk about old times and all a bunch of crazy shit that I was doing back then. We laughed, joked, all that shit. And he took the price down $2,000. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So I was feeling good. I got the car that I wanted. I ain't paid nothing for it. I got it from somebody that I actually, knew. Like, of course, he a cop. It wasn't like he my boy or nothing, but he knew me and I knew him. You know what I'm saying? From being back in the streets back in the day type shit. So I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Like, clutch free throw. You know what I'm saying? Well, with that being said, I'm out here riding around the D like I always be doing. You know what I'm saying? I ended up bumping into some girls at the liquor store. It was four of them, right? And they was saying how they be turned up and all of this shit. And, they was asking me where my homies was at. You know what I'm saying? They like, hey, look, you and your homeboys can come through. Y'all don't got to bring no liquor or nothing. Y'all just show up. You know what I'm saying? We got everything. That's the type of time they was on. You know what I'm saying? So I called Smooth. I'm like, hey, nigga, where you at? You know what I'm saying? I got something for us. Woo woo. So he like, all right, bro, I'm gonna have to meet you over there a little later. I'm caught up right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, cool. But I'm like, nigga, I gotta play. It's four of these bitches. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you can grab two more homies, or it could just be me and you go through there. It don't even matter. I'm like, we don't gotta come with shit, nothing. All we gotta do is just show up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, that was my wingman on the west side. And this is one of the west side stories. You know what I'm saying? So I hit him up. He like, I'll meet up with you later. Woo woo. All right, cool. So his later was like 12 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? The girls hit me up by like 10. You know what I'm saying? So I told him, I'm like, look, my homie said, he caught up right now. Woo woo. He gonna hit me up. I'll let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? Well, the girls, they like, well, that's cool when your homeboy gonna come through, but you can come through right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we turning up right now. You can come through, come get a couple drinks, watch some TV, laugh, kicky, get to know each other, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, damn, straight up. I'm like, all right, drop the address. Drop the address, right? So I pulled up over there, Dolo. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, this another one of them caught slipping records. You know what I'm saying? Because why the fuck am I going over these broads' house and I just met them? You know what I'm saying? But that was me. I was wild like that. I used to do a lot of reckless ass shit. You know what I'm saying? This is just one of them reckless ass days. What can you say? This is another one of them thirst traps. You know what I'm saying? If you want to call it that. I'm thirst trapping again. You know what I'm saying? So here I go. I slid over there, right? Okay. I get there. I go in the crib because the door was wide open. You know what I'm saying? So I just walked in that bitch. Sure enough, it was them folk in there turning up, drinking, got the music playing, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So when I walked through the door, they wasn't tripping or nothing. They like, what's up, boo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? They showing me all they liquor cups. They showing me where all the liquor at. They like, hey, go on here and pour you something, whatever you want, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I went and poured some Remy. They had a little bit of everything. They had Hennessy, Remy, Patron, Ciroc. They had a whole bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I poured me some Remy, right? I'm pouring that shit. I'm sipping on it. The girls, they pretty much drinking everything else but the Remy. You know what I'm saying? And it was a fifth. Like all they bottles was fifths. You know what I'm saying? So they like, look, you can have that Remy. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even really drinking that shit. Woo woo. I'm like, okay, cool. That's what's up. So here it is. I'm pouring the fuck up. I'm about halfway into this fifth. You know what I'm saying? By myself because I'm around these hoes. They turned up. You know, they keep on telling me take shots with them, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, I'm halfway into the bottle. So I'm fried at this point. You know what I'm saying? Now here it is. Smooth hit me up. He like, bro, I'm about to pull up. Whoop-de-whoop. What y'all drinking? I'm like, shit, they got me on the Remy, but they really on the Patron and Ciroc type shit. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, I'm about to come through with some Henny. Woo woo. I'm like, all right, cool. You know, dropped him the address. He pulled up. That nigga pulled up with a fifth of Henny. You know what I'm saying? So we fried. You know what I'm saying? I'm mixing the Remy with the Henny. You know what I'm saying? Because it's me and him. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, they didn't want none of the Remy. So he mixed a little Remy with the Henny. I mixed like half and half type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just crazy that I just met these hoes at the gas. Damn, I always keep on saying gas station and liquor store. I just met these hoes at the liquor store. You know what I'm saying? And now here we is at their crib type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to play keep up. I'm pulling up with them. I'm mixing the Remy with the Henny type shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen. We got fried as hell. I ain't gonna lie, the hoes wasn't on no fucking shit. They was just cool as hell. They just fucked with us. You know what I'm saying? Well, they really fucked with me, but they was cool with whoever I brought. You know what I'm saying? When Smooth got there, he turned that bitch up a notch. You know what I'm saying? They was feeling him too. You know, he came with the vibes and everything. So we was good. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Man, look. After all of that, we finally left. It might have been like 1 a.m. by the time we finally left. So the hoes like, hey, y'all niggas cool. Y'all can come through whenever. You know what I'm saying? We just be chilling and doing our thing. We just want a couple of cool homeboys to fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, that might be y'all. Y'all can come through. Y'all can come fuck with us. Woo woo. I'm like, damn, okay, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? So we left. We get outside. The girl told me to take that Remy with me. You know what I'm saying? So me and him, we walking outside. I got the bottle with me. He got his bottle. You know what I'm saying? So we walking and talking. We like, dog, we got to get them hoes like these hoes easy. You know what I'm saying? Like what type of shit they on? Woo, woo. You know, that's how we talking and shit. So by the time we get to our cars, we like, yeah, bro, you know, I just catch you in the morning, woo woo type shit. All right, cool. He pulled off, I pulled off. By the time I pull off, right, I got the windows rolled up. You know what I'm saying? I got the AC on because it was like summertime. It was a nice warm day. You know what I'm saying? So I got the windows rolled up, AC on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still taking sips while I'm cruising. You know what I'm saying? Man, next thing I know, I woke up at a gas station in my hood on 7 Mile. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, I had just left these hoes' house, you know, kicking it with Smooth and shit. Next thing I know, it just went from riding down the street to me waking up at a gas station in my hood, you know, one of the gas stations that I go to, right? When I wake up, I'm looking around like, how the fuck I end up here? And I'm just waking up like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck did happen? You know? So I go to open the driver door, right? Because I'm still in the car. You know, I didn't fell asleep in the car. Open the driver door, throw up all Earl, all on like the door panel part. Like I opened the door and threw up outside the door, but all of it didn't make it out the door. You know what I'm saying? So when I seen that shit, I'm like, damn, I done threw up. You know, every time I wake up from a situation and it's throw up somewhere, I already know I blacked out. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just what I do. I black out, and somewhere in between the blackout, I get up and I throw up. You know what I'm saying? So even if I don't remember what happened, by the time I get up and I see my throw up, I know I blacked out. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Okay, so when I seen the throw up, I'm like, damn, I done blacked out. Woo. I hurried up, jumped out the car. I walked all around the car, made sure I ain't crashing and none of that. I made it there perfectly with no problem, right? So I look at the dash, you know what I'm saying? I had about this much gas left. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I must have been up here for a minute, because I remember when I left the girl's house, I had about a half tank, like a little more than a half tank. You know what I'm saying? So by the time I woke up, that bitch was like this. And luckily, I was at a pump. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, I wasn't nowhere far from a gas station, because I would have been hit. So luckily, I was at a gas station at a pump. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I went up there and passed out. I don't know what the fuck happened. Maybe I was going to fill up the rest of my tank. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that's what the fuck happened, you know. So I looked around at the car. Everything was straight. So I walk in the gas station, you know, trying to give me a water to bring me down, because I was still fried. You know what I'm saying? I go in the gas station. The gas station man, he like, what's up, homie? You all right? Woo-woo. I'm like, man, what you mean? He like, nigga, you pulled up to the pump and nigga, you just fell asleep. I'm like, what? He like, yeah, bro, because like I said, in my hood, everybody know each other. You know what I'm saying? The gas station people know the niggas and the women in the hood. The liquor store people know the niggas and the women in the hood. We all know each other. You know what I'm saying? Because we all deal with each other on the daily. And we've been dealing with each other since we was kids. You know what I'm saying? So we all know each other. We know what cars we ride, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So when my man said he seen me pull up to the pump, he already knew it was me. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, you know, I came out and checked on you a couple times, but he was like, you was in that bitch slump. So he was like, I just left you there. But he was like, you know, you was good. I kept my eye on you, kept my eye on you, you know, made sure that nobody trying to rob you or no bullshit. He was like, you know, I just knew you need to sleep it off. He was like, I seen that bottle in your passenger seat. I'm like, oh shit, I still got the bottle. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't even look at the bottle when I woke up. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. I'm like, damn. So he like, yeah, bro, you was up here asleep about 45 minutes. No lie. I'm like, I've been up here asleep for 45 minutes. I'm like, that's why all my gas gone. You know what I'm saying? So I grab water, grab some gas, right? Okay, cool. I go out to the car. I fill up the tank, right? I fill up the tank. I jump in the car. When I jump in the car, the bottle was still sitting there. It was like a little under a half left. You know what I'm saying, at this point. So I drink some water, you know what I'm saying, try and bring me down a little bit. And I'm just sitting there in the car like, damn, like I'm so thankful, you know, I ain't get pulled over by a cop, go to jail for a DUI, or I'm glad I ain't crashed into nobody and hurt somebody, because you know the drunk drivers are always the ones that walk away from them accidents. You know what I'm saying? The person they hit either be fucked up or they die. You know what I'm saying? So I really was just sitting there thanking God that ain't nothing bad happened. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hit nothing or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to a safe spot and I was just happy that I made it safely. You know what I'm saying? So instead of me saying, you know what, let me go ahead and call it a night, because mind you, at this point, it's like dinner at 2 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Instead of me saying, hey, you know what, not drink no more, just call it a night, turn it in, you know. Instead of me thinking like that, I'm thinking I overcame, you know, all the bad things. I pretty much cheated death. Woo, woo. Let me go ahead and pour up some more. So I get to drinking. Right while I'm still sitting there at the pump, right? I get to drinking. Threw that bitch in drive. Pulled off, right? Now I'm cruising up the mile and shit, you know, 2 a.m. I'm drinking, got the music blasting, I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? I done bagged some hoes, you know, that don't mind me, and the homies coming through, turning up with us. They done dropped a whole bottle on the nigga, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I made it to the gas station safely. Like, I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just back drinking. When I should have tossed that damn bottle out the car, I'm like, fuck that. I'm gonna finish this shit. So literally, that's what happened. I'm drinking, drinking, drinking. Next thing you know, I wake up again. I wake up again for the second time, right? When I woke up, I didn't move much. I was just looking around like I'm sleeping in this car again. Like, what the fuck? This shit happened again? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't all stretching out, none of that. I was just like moving, little head movement, moving my eyes around. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I looked to my left, out the driver's window. When I look over, I seen two guys with bandanas on. You know what I'm saying? They had red bandanas on and shit, covering their mouth. And they looked like Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? It was a car parked across the street from where I was at. So I'm right here, and literally right across the street, it's a car parked right across the street, like right across from, you know what I'm saying? So when I look over at the Mexicans by the car, because they was like getting out the car and they was coming around towards me, you know what I'm saying? By the time I looked over at them, they seen that I woke up and they seen that I was looking at them. When they seen me looking at them, they turned around, jumped back in the car, and pulled off fast as hell, right? So I'm looking at my left mirror, looking at the car pulling off, because I was trying to get the plate on that car. You know what I'm saying? It was like a little Honda or something, but they was gone. You know what I'm saying? So after that, I'm looking around again like, where the fuck am I at? You know what I'm saying? I was in Southwest Detroit. Now, I done told y'all before, I don't know much about Southwest. I ain't really spend no time out there. I know a couple of blocks, and a couple of things, but I don't really know that city for real. You know what I'm saying? So with me riding around drinking and shit when I should have called it a night, but no, I kept on drinking and riding, I blacked out again. Somehow, some way with this blackout, I went all the way from 7 Mile all the way to fucking Southwest. 7 Mile and Southwest nowhere near each other, for real. Like, two complete opposite ends of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Southwest is the most southwest end of the west side, and then 7 Mile is the most north end of the west side. You know what I'm saying? West 7 Mile and Southwest Detroit. Well, actually, 8 Mile is the most north to the end of Detroit, but 7 Mile, 8 Mile right there. You know what I'm saying? So I literally drove all the way across the west side and ended up on the other end of the west side in Southwest area. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know where the fuck I was at. Like, the houses, the street I was on, I didn't recognize nothing. I don't know how the fuck I ended up over there. You know what I'm saying? It was just a real light blackout. You know what I'm saying? So when I got up and they pulled off, I hopped out the car. I look around, make sure didn't nothing happen again. You know what I'm saying? Didn't nothing happen. Everything was straight. I jumped back in the car. I hurry up. I pulled off. I'm going to corners. I'm looking at street signs. I'm trying to see where the fuck I'm at. I don't know the streets, nothing. So I go to do the Google on my phone. I'm like, where am I at? You know what I'm saying? And it showed me where I was at, and it said I was in Southwest Detroit. I'm like, how the fuck did I end up way over here? You know what I'm saying? I look in the passenger seat again at the same bottle still sitting there. It was probably about that much left at this point. Like half of the half. You know what I'm saying? Half of a fifth is a pint. So it was like half of a pint left at this point. Man, I snatched that bottle. I threw that bitch out the window. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, them hoes didn't drug me or something. They put something in that Remy bottle. This is my second time blacking out in the same night off that bottle. You know what I'm saying? Like, them hoes trying to take me down. Like, them might have been some setup bitches. I don't know what the fuck that was about. You know what I'm saying? So after I tossed the bottle and shit, I look at the time. It was 4 a.m. You know what I'm saying? By the time I left the gas station, it was like damn near 2 a.m. By the time I woke up from being in Southwest and almost got robbed by these damn Mexicans, it was 4 a.m. It was a wrap. I called it a night after that. That was done deal. You know what I'm saying? I called it a night. The next morning, I got up. I called Smooth. I told him what happened. He like, bro, them hoes on some setup shit. He like, nigga, cut them bitches. It's a wrap. We not fucking with them no more. You know what I'm saying? And basically how me and Smooth played it, when we had shit like that going on, and you know, if he'd give me some advice or I give him some advice, that'd be that. You know what I'm saying? We had just did this situation. So when I told him, you know, what happened with that, he like, bro, them hoes drugged you. They threw something in your bottle. You know what I'm saying? When all along, it might have just been me because I do black out on alcohol, but he wasn't going. He like, bro, them hoes did something. You know what I'm saying? He like, nigga, you blacked out twice on the same bottle in the same night. Nah, dog, we done with them. You feel me? So I blocked them, all type of shit. Never heard nothing else from them. That was just that. You know what I'm saying? So the lesson behind this, right? Like I said before, stop thirst trapping, fellas. I know I ain't the only one. You know what I'm saying? We all do it, man. We men, that's what we do. We like to go out and get the hoes, you know what I'm saying? Or if the hoes get on us, we fucking with them. Like, that's what we do. You feel me? But I'm here to tell you, as one of the homies, to the bros, listen, don't go for it every time you get some bitches around you, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes these hoes will set you up for the play, you know what I'm saying? You would get took down for a damn bottle of liquor, just like I almost did. So again, stop thirst trapping, you know what I'm saying? And stop being so easy to deal with when it comes to these hoes, you know, being vulnerable and being on your nuts. Because sometimes it ain't always what it seems like. Sometimes they real like be trying to get down on your ass. So if nothing else told you, you know, to chill and be easy on the thirst trapping, I hope this did. You know what I'm saying? Because nigga, I almost got robbed by some fucking Toledo Mafia accounts out in Southwest. You feel me? Fucking around off that damn bottle of Remy, man. So, you know, hopefully that taught y'all something, man. Stop being so thirsty around these hoes. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if you jump on them or if they jump on you, sometimes just turn their ass down, man. It's 8 billion people in this world, bro. You could turn down 20, 30 of them. You know what I'm saying? It'll come back around. The right ones will come around. So just don't be too quick to just fall for these hoes and whatever they talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's real simple and easy like that, 9 times out of 10, it's something behind it. You know what I'm saying? It's been another episode of Roll Up a Pour Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.